Story 20. The Man Who Walked Past the Cemetery. Every town has one person everyone knows, not by name, but by habit. In Slate Haven, that person was Tom Bennick. Every night, rain or shine, Tom could be seen walking his old dog Rusty down Main Street, past the old Slate Haven Cemetery, and into the stretch of woods that led toward Slate Hill. He'd been doing it for years. The locals got used to it. The soft click of Rusty's collar, Tom's lantern swinging side to side, and the faint glow moving between the gravestones. No one ever thought much of it, until the night he didn't come home. Tom was a quiet man, lived alone since his wife passed, kept to himself. He'd worked at the slate quarry until his back gave out, then settled into a life of quiet routines. Morning coffee, evening walk. Always the same path, always past the cemetery. When people asked him why, he'd shrug and say, "My wife's buried there. She liked the sound of crickets." Rusty would pull at the leash, tail wagging, sniffing at the same fence post, the same gate, every night. The Slate Haven Cemetery sat on a small rise above the road, its oldest stones leaning like crooked teeth. Most of the names were worn away by time. Tom always tipped his hat as he passed the gate. Habit, he said, respect. But lately he'd noticed something strange. Every few nights, the gate would be open. Just a crack, even when he remembered closing it. And sometimes he swore he heard footsteps behind him, slow, steady, matching his own. When he turned, nothing, just the fog drifting over the grass. Rusty would growl low, his fur standing on end, but then he'd keep walking. One night, the fog came early, thick, heavy, swallowing sound. The road seemed narrower, the woods darker. Tom lifted his lantern higher, its yellow light barely reaching the ground. Rusty stopped. His leash went taut. The dog's ears twitched toward the cemetery fence. That's when Tom heard it. A whisper. Soft, close. Tom. He froze. No one had called his name in that voice for years. "Mary?" he asked. The fog thickened. The gate was open, wider this time, swaying gently as if someone had just passed through. Rusty barked, a sharp sound swallowed instantly by the mist. Tom stepped closer. The lantern flickered. "Mary," he called again. From inside the cemetery something moved, not quickly, but slowly, as if uncertain how to walk. He saw the shape of a woman in white, barefoot, her head tilted slightly as if listening. Rusty whimpered. The lantern's flame bent sideways as if drawn toward her. Then he saw her face, pale, still, eyes dark and empty. It wasn't Mary. The next morning, Rusty showed up on Tom's porch alone, muddy paws, leash dragging, whining at the door. The sheriff found the lantern lying in the ditch near the cemetery gate. The glass wasn't broken, but the inside was cold and damp, as if it had been underwater. They searched the woods for 2 days. No sign of Tom, just the dog howling at the fence every night at 9, the time of their usual walk. A few weeks later, a teenager cutting through the cemetery swore he saw a light moving along the road, A man and a dog, slow, steady. The lantern swung side to side. The dog walked close behind him, tail low. When the boy called out, the man turned, and the light went out. Now, if you drive through Slate Haven late at night, especially on foggy evenings, you might see a faint glow drifting by the old stone wall. Some say it's the moon catching the mist. Others know better. Locals call him the Walker of Slate Hill Road. They say he's still out there, keeping his promise, walking the path he always did, with Rusty by his side, passing the cemetery gate, tipping his hat, and listening for the voice that called his name.